co-host, of course, former White House press secretary for President Trump. Kayleigh, great to have you here.
Thank you.
Obviously, this gets more interesting, down to 4 people. And it is clear that these 4 people are sort of battling it out to be the Trump alternative. He's way ahead in the polls. What are you going to be watching for in this debate?
Well, what's interesting is you have not seen Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley really go head to head. Yes, you've seen shots here and there, Nikki Haley going after some of the policies that he has in Florida and him fighting back. But you haven't really seen, in the way you've seen maybe Vivek and Nikki Haley get after it, those two tango. But I think you should and you will, because DeSantis, he's number 2 in Iowa staunchly, but Nikki Haley is number 2 staunchly in New Hampshire and South Carolina. So if you're Ron DeSantis and you're trying to game out past Iowa, staying in against an enormous frontrunner, Donald Trump, you got to take her down. And likewise for Nikki Haley when she's looking at Iowa.
Yep. It strikes me that someone has to have a surprising outcome in Iowa. Something that makes the gap a little bit smaller in order to make this any kind of contest at this point, because it's pretty clear that the former president is ahead everywhere. But Chris Sununu, the governor of New Hampshire, obviously everybody wants his support in New Hampshire. He's very popular there. Here's what he had to say about the race.
New Hampshire, there is a path to kind of break this assumption that Donald Trump is somehow just a preemptive nominee. He's not, not at all. And most people really won't even decide who they're voting for till whether it's in the next couple of weeks or maybe even after Christmas.
You think so?
Look, I mean, not a single vote has been cast. It is true that Iowa, for instance, is a late-breaking state. You know, we saw this with Santorum. We saw this with Cruz. However, if I'm looking at the map and I see in Iowa former President Trump at 54%, if that's a hard 54%, that's majority support. So even if everyone drops out except me, how am I going to go up against the giant of Donald Trump? And the poll that you put up, I know it's a national poll, state polls matter more, 62% supporting Trump. I assessed over the summer, Trump was 10 points away from Biden, who's running as an incumbent against 2 other candidates. Now you have Trump racking up the same numbers in the primary as a sitting president, President Biden, back when he had 2 competitors and Donald Trump has 4. It just goes to show he's running essentially as an incumbent at this point.
Absolutely. And I think, he's got that name recognition and that sort of deep resonance with a certain number of voters in the country that is unlikely to break unless there's a catalyst, unless there's something that changes the game. And that remains to be seen. I want to ask you about the movement that we're seeing on the impeachment front with Joe Biden and these checks that Comer has revealed. Do they answer the question of a direct line of money that was made from Hunter Biden, these Chinese companies, and was helping to support Joe Biden?
They do. In that, look, yes, they were nominal or small, adding up to $3,900. But this comes after we learned about a $40,000 payment from his sister-in-law to President Joe Biden prior to being president. So my point is, you're seeing as more bank records are subpoena, more payments that you're seeing, even though they're small, even though Abby Lowell and the team will call them loans. But you see lie after lie from the president. I'm sorry to call it that, but that's what it is. When you say my son never took money from China, oh, wait, he did. I never was in business deals with my son. Oh, wait, yes, you did discuss with the partners the business dealing. So it keeps moving the bar from a president who hasn't been entirely forthright. And it makes you wonder, makes the American voter wonder, what are we going to learn as these subpoenas come in of the bank records?
So Speaker Mike Johnson believes he has the votes to start an impeachment inquiry. He's going to the full House to get that support. That was a step that was sort of not taken by Kevin McCarthy as Speaker. So we'll see if this adds legitimacy to it. We'll see where it goes from here. Kayleigh, great to have you with us.
Thank you very much
for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.